But yeah, I've been a Blizzard fan my entire life, and I was willing to play whatever game they came out with, like whichever type of game that they would come out with. I was willing to play it and get really good at it. So
Looking
yeah,
for
that's why I
something
was
special?
jumped on WoW. Didn't even care what kind of genre it was. If it was a game made by Blizzard, I was on it. I was gonna play it. Yeah, the Star Wars MMO for an entire week. Yep. I don't know, for some reason I just couldn't really get into it. I don't really know why. Maybe I didn't play it long enough or something.
Strength.
Diablo Immortal? No, I have no plans to play that. If it was Diablo 4, yes, I would probably play that, but I don't really play mobile games. I just don't really
For
care
the
for that.
Horde. Blood and thunder.
You have a phone, don't you? Hey, that was part of that video. Yes, I have a phone, but yeah, I don't plan on playing that. I mean, maybe I'll try it out, but like, I can't really see myself sitting there on my phone playing Diablo. I just can't picture that. Like me, I'm the type of gamer that likes to sit and look at a monitor and either have a controller in my hand or a keyboard and mouse. One of the two. Not a phone.
What you want?
I have a mid-America accent. I am from Ohio. What's my pet of choice for leveling? It is a
What are
cat.
you looking for?
Especially as a troll hunter, like I think a cat is the best choice. Um, you could go with like a wind serpent if you wanted to. Um, but yeah, any pet that uses claw is a good. Claw is a really good ability because it's a high damage ability. So cats do the most DPS, so I just stick with cats. Is 4 days, 22 hours the quickest someone can get to 60? No. Nowadays, we have much faster routes. That's being shown in this video you guys are seeing right now. Like my own leveling guide is using much better routes, like overall, than what's being shown in this video. I mean, it's been 12 years since this world record run in vanilla, and since then there's been many new routes and things discovered to make things faster. And all that new stuff is in my leveling guide. I mean, the core foundation of this route in this video is pretty much the same as my leveling guide, but there are a lot of things that are different in the guide. Shaman leveling guide. I think the guy that's working on that, I think he's almost finished. So that might be available within a couple months, maybe? Possibly. Yeah, actually recently I just finished the Turin Druid 12 to 60 class steps for the Ford leveling guide. I just finished that like a week ago. So any Turin Druids using my leveling guide, you have all your steps in the guide. Make it a lot easier to go through the game. Yeah, my 45 to 60 Alliance leveling guide will be available in just a couple days from now, on August 20th, 1 week before Classic launches. Yeah, that'll be ready to go. Yeah, whichever race you're playing, you will have an option at the top of the screen in my leveling guides to click and choose the race you're playing, and it will change the steps in my guide to reflect the class that you choose.
Sug sug.
So yeah, if you're a druid, just pick a druid and you have all the steps.
For the horde.
Is my website the actual guide or the old one? My website has my new guide. I've recently, over the last year and a half, remastered my horde leveling guide. Like it's like a new guide, pretty much. Everything has been reworked. Every single step was like rewritten pretty much to add more information and tips and to make it easier to follow. And tons of new routes added and stuff. If you go to jonasworld.com homepage, you'll see all the new things that are added into my guide. It's all listed out. I think like people following my guide, well, a lot of people using my guide. I mean, a lot of people are going to be doing the quests like with or without a leveling guide, so like I don't think that's going to like matter so much about like avoiding things that my guide doesn't do, because my guide pretty much does all the quests. Like it doesn't really skip too many quests. It does like almost every quest. And people are going to be doing the quests with or without a guide, so like it doesn't really matter if you're like, you need to find like a different route or something if there's too many people following my guide. I don't think that's going to matter a whole lot. What else did I do while speed leveling? I don't really understand what you mean by that. You mean like, say like once I got to 60, you mean? Like after I hit level 60 or during the run? What else did I do? My emotes about my Alliance flag burning. Did I listen to anything? No. it was all the game sound. That was all I listened to, just the game sound back in the day. Probably wasn't gonna do this time around too. Especially if I'm gonna create like a video for YouTube on my classic launch run. If I have any kind of music playing, then YouTube's gonna like mute my entire game audio, so I don't really want that to happen. So I'm just gonna just play the game sound and that'll be it. Yeah, John Silver, if you go to my tips and tricks page on my website, I do list all my talents for the hunter. Yeah, G Bush, I actually was trying to use OBS so that it only recorded just the game audio and my mic, and I was having issues with that. Like, I was trying to play like a music file in the background, and for some reason I couldn't separate them. I couldn't figure out how to separate it. I mean, I guess I can play like another stereo system or something, but I don't really care so much. I just listen to the game. Like, I don't. It's not like I need to like listen to music or something. I mean, I can do that by just like hooking up like another separate stereo. It's not even connected to my PC or anything. But I'm probably just not going to do that anyway. Even then, though, I don't want my mic to pick up a bunch of like background noise. So I'm probably gonna like turn my game audio down. Since I don't use headphones, I use just a regular mic, and I don't want. I use speakers for my game audio, and that sometimes if it's too loud, it can pick it up through my mic. And I'd rather just have it not too much noise going through the mic. And I don't want to have to use push to talk either. That's really annoying. I tried to do that during a speed run, and it was so annoying to do using push to talk. So I like to have my mic on the entire time, and just like not have so much noise coming in through the background. Yeah, I'll be live streaming my 1 to 60 classic launch run, yeah. And not only that, but I'm recording locally as well at higher quality. Yeah, I already got all that stuff tested out. It seems to be working pretty good, so yep, gonna be doing that. Did I die during the speed run? Yeah, I actually got a bot command for that. A timer on the screen. Well, I'm using for Classic WoW, I have an add-on called Speedrun Splits that shows my current playtime and also the playtime that I achieved at each level. Well, for like the last like 4 or 5 levels. So yeah, that will be up on the top left of my screen. Yeah, Devil Sword Death. Yeah, there's Devil Sword Death in this run. It's kind of wicked. What am I gonna eat during my speed run? Yeah, we was just talking about that just like a couple minutes ago. I'm gonna be eating probably a lot of oatmeal, I think, because it's like the fastest thing to make. Like all you got to do to make oatmeal is just soak rolled oats in water for at least like a couple hours, and then it's ready to eat. You don't have to cook. You don't even have to like cook rolled oats on the stove. Just soak it in water, and then you're good to go. So I'm probably gonna be eating a lot of that. And since it's so quick to make and it provides high energy for really quick to eat. I was gonna. Normally, my normal diet is a lot of vegetables. Like that's what I normally eat on like a regular basis. Is a lot of vegetables, but I don't have time to like chop up vegetables. That takes too long, and they take too long to eat. So it's gonna be like oatmeal and probably like coconut meat and like Brazil nuts and maybe some fruit. Maybe I don't know. I'm not really too big on fruit, but maybe I'll have some like bananas or something. Yeah, I'll be opening up a lot of coconuts and getting the meat out and then bagging them up and putting them in my fridge. Get those MCTs. Good brain power fuel. Or you can take MCT oil. Actually, I've never done that before. I never tried MCT oil. I've always just take coconut meat. You can get MCT oil also from coconut oil. But I'm not really too big on oils in general. Like, I don't really use oils. I like to use the whole foods. Oh yeah, avocados. Yes, I'll be eating a lot of avocados. Yeah, avocados, coconut meat, Brazil nuts, and oatmeal is what I'm gonna be eating for classic lunch. No vegetables. I'm gonna halt my vegetables, and I will resume eating them once my classic lunch run is over. Vegetables take too long. They take too long to chop up. They take too long to eat. And they don't provide enough energy. But yeah, normally though, that's all I usually eat is veggies. Like that's my normal diet is like vegetables and avocados and everything else I just mentioned. I'm a very basic eater. Like I eat just basic healthy food. I don't really make anything else or cook anything. Everything's pretty much raw plant food. Oh yeah, chicken. I was gonna like make some chicken and then put them in like containers or something. A big brick of cheese. I actually don't eat any dairy. I cut dairy out of my diet late last year because I was getting like asthma or something with dairy. I was having like slight asthma attacks, and then I cut the dairy out, and then all that stuff just went away. So I must be like allergic to dairy or something. There was a time last year where that's all I was eating was dairy. I was eating lots of cheese, butter, yogurt, kefir, all this stuff. And then it all caught up to me. Like I started getting asthma from all that, and I immediately cut all that stuff out, and my asthma just went away completely. So I'm like, okay, dairy's not working for me. Let's do something else. Yo, kicking it, and reality OW. Thanks for the Twitch Prime subs. Really do appreciate it. Yo, Lata Soup, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. The only time you be cutting dairy from your diet is when you die. Yeah, dairy is so delicious. Like, it is like the best tasting thing. I mean, that's how you get ice cream and stuff, and that's how you get like Like really, the cheese is delicious. You stop craving it though when you take it out though. Like after a while, like I just didn't even care for it. That's really the truth for any food though too. Like you take a certain food out of your diet, you'll just stop craving it. Same thing goes for like fruit, dairy, just about anything. Yeah, my Alliance guide will be done and ready to go a week before Classic WoW launches, which will be on next Tuesday. I think Ragnaros will die in 7 days. 7 days. That's, you know, every time I hear that, like, it does make me laugh. Like, I honestly don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I think it's possible. Like, it's a possibility, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, I don't think there's going to be enough crazy people to do that. To, like, knock that out that quick. I just don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, let's see if I can find, I think I got a bot command for that, attempts. There you go. Yeah, check out that link. Shows you all the attempts I did through Vanilla WoW. The first couple ones were warlocks. And then I did just a bunch of hunters after that. Starting off though with Mancow, male character named Mancow, and then I switched to Jonah later on. Owls. I mean, owls are great. Owls are great pets for hunters, especially night elf hunters. But the problem with owls was that it was hard for me to obtain the new screech abilities and actually have them be useful long enough for them to be better than using the claw ranks that I had at the time. Like I couldn't really fit them into the route as effective enough to where the screech was more effective than say just using claw. And like you had to go out of your way to get this new screech abilities, and they would get outdated for very long periods of time. And then I just found myself just using claw instead. And I'm like, well, it might as well just be using a cat. Cats do more DPS. So I don't know, I still feel like cats are better overall. But like I don't really have like solid speed leveling experience. Just like using owls, comparing them with cats. So I don't really have an exact answer, but I mean I feel like cats are still better than owls just because of that reason. Yeah, mount at level 4. You actually got a bot command for that too, called mount. Type that in there. But yeah, you should get my mount in the mid 40s. But yeah, I've never was able to buy my mount exactly at level 40. Just doing first aid. Like, I've always just used first aid, no other professions. Never before was I able to buy my mount right when I hit level 40. Except for, like, you know, obviously when I was a warlock. I didn't even need to buy my mount, because you get a free mount at level 40 as a warlock. But as far as, like, with hunters go, I was always, like, in the mid-40s. Like, usually, like, level 46. Oh, Bunny Hop Steve. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. Sorry that I missed that. Yeah, I greatly appreciate the subs. Thank you so much. Why not take skinning? Well, skinning takes time. Yo, Beltron. Thanks for a Twitch Prime sub. And On the Cobb, thanks for a Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Is Arcane Shot better to use than Hunter's Mark in terms of efficiency? Well, it depends on the situation. It depends on what level is those abilities, what level you are, what level's the mob you're fighting. There's different variables involved in answering that. I think overall though, yeah, it just depends. It really just depends. If you're fighting like a higher level mob, then Hunter's Mark would be more effective to use than Arcane Shot. If you're fighting lower level mobs, then it's the opposite. You would want to use Arcane Shot over Hunter's Mark. On my best run, how many hours of sleep did I get? Well, this run you guys are watching is my best run that I ever did through Vanilla WoW. And I pretty much slept like 5 hours a day on average. I did this run in a 7-day span. So there was a lot of sleeping involved. There's also a lot of logging out just to transfer raw video files to my other PC to be compressed. That did take like a number of hours every day. What class do I prefer? Like when I'm just at level 60 over, well, I seem to have more fun at level 60 with the Warlock, more so than with the Hunter. Warlocks were a lot of fun to do raids with and even PvP. I mean, Hunters are fun too, but like I just had more fun with the Warlock for some reason. But yeah, as far as like speed leveling from 1 to 60, Hunters are easier and faster. It seems like, from my experience. How much successful do you think Classic will become? I think it will be successful. I mean, I personally feel that Vanilla WoW or Classic WoW is probably the best MMO ever made, in my opinion. Like, I can't really think of another, like, even another version of WoW that was better. Or any other MMO that was better. Yeah, I mean, maybe MMOs will learn from Vanilla WoW and they will have a